Alright guys, we're gonna go to the pool and we're gonna talk about jacuzzi time. And we're gonna talk about branding. It's a very interesting topic.
Look at that. Free dime, bruh.
What? Alright, before we do jacuzzi time, we're gonna jump in the pool. And it's, this is the non-heated pool. The other one's heated, but you can't go in it for some reason. Yeah, but this is like, it's like cold. So we're gonna check it out. Alright, you ready? It's colder than the other one, that's for sure.
It's like ice water.
It's not ice water, but it's cold.
So like when, you know, I started writing my first recipe book and I kind of got away from the whole dogmatic parts of the dieting on YouTube and like being very, very strict about things, I was just more about, you know, eating whole plant foods, listening to my body, like eating starches and not eating like massive amounts of fruit or like huge smoothies or sugar, whatever it was. Like the whole thing was literally just a joke. Like Derek was like, why don't you call the book Raw Till Whenever? That was kind of how we promoted it. Like it doesn't matter what time you eat raw food till, you know, like I think the more that people look into nutrition and stuff of a high carb, low fat, whole foods, plant-based lifestyle, the more that they see, you know, that doctors promote mostly a starch-based lifestyle. Like there isn't really that much nutrition-wise difference from fruit to starch. So it just kind of depends, but the thing is like that people say is like your vibe attracts your tribe. So it was just very much about self-love, about, you know, listening to your body, you know, not just going with what other people say because that's what someone said who was one person was successful or whatever, you know. So it was very much just about like being very open and letting people do whatever they wanted as long as it was vegan and healthy and plant-based, and more listening to yourself, which is the type of people that we attract. Like we don't attract, you know, hardcore cyclists who eat 4,000, 5,000 calories a day, and like that's fine. Like there are groups on YouTube and Facebook that promote that. There's also, you know, like Potato Strong, who is older. He has, you know, he's strictly starch based, and he attracts a different type of a community, but it's fine. Like everyone's community is not going to be the same, and they shouldn't be, because everybody kind of gravitates towards what they, you know, find value in and what they really resonate with.
Yeah, so there's gonna be like people who resonate with our message and with what we talk about, and then there's people who don't. And we're not trying to like reach 100% of like the people out in the world. We're trying to reach the people that resonate with our message. Really important thing about like with branding, it's like instead of trying to hit everybody in the world, you wanna have some type of like niche. And niche, like having like a niche is really important, because a lot of what you do will stem from basically that community that you have. So it's like we know, like when when Hannah's making recipes or videos, or I'm making videos, like we know what is gonna resonate with most people because it's what really resonates with us. And like in the vegan community, there's so many different voices and there's so many different ways to promote it that it's like neither one is right or wrong. Like they are just what they are.
So one of the big things that we realized, and when, you know, everything kind of started to take off for us, was when we started to stop just promoting ourselves and like the self-promotion and just making videos about like what we ate and like blah, 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 blah. Like we still do what we eat videos and stuff like that to help people, and lots of like question and answer kind of stuff. But it was more about not just creating videos, you know, to get views or whatever. It was more about creating a community, and that was when everything kind of started to take off, because a lot of people just make videos and they're like, oh, well, this is like what I do and blah, 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 blah. But once you start to create a community, then you have people in that community that support you and that believe in you and that want like advice and all that kind of stuff, and they look up to you, obviously. But I mean, there has to be a basis for that community as well. Like I've seen small ones, obviously, like Earthling Nutrition, like she's created a community like about, you know, eating a very nutrient dense diet. And like even Unnatural Vegan, like her community is very scientific based. Like that's the type of people that she attracts. They want to know like how and why, and they want peer reviewed studies and articles. They want all this stuff. I think that it's very important though to build a community, and there's lots of them. Some are bigger than others and whatever, like, but I just think that it's it also gives you a direction. You know, it's not just like you're making videos and you're really lost and like if you go and watch my first 200 videos, it was just like all over the place, right? And then it was like when we got together and really had like a vision and a direction to go in, then that was when everything took off and we got very consistent. We had like drive and this huge community behind us, like helping us and pushing us, and people that really looked up to us and all that kind of stuff, and a place where people could ask questions and get feedback and all that kind of stuff. The vegan community is a huge community. Honestly, I think the vegan movement or diet, right, is one of the biggest diets that there is, like, because people are so passionate about it and there's such a huge community. Also, like, the bodybuilding community is huge because people are very passionate about it and they share it online so much. Like, there's so many bloggers and like people like that, but creating a community is the biggest thing.
What's also really important is having like a core set of values as well. So within Whhatttt, whenever, it's very focused around like compassion, kindness, acceptance,
Self-love.
which is what a lot of people resonate with. And that's one reason why they're a part of the Facebook group. And we really had to crack down on a lot of the shit that was happening in there. And it's cleaned up quite a bit. I haven't had to, do any blocks or bans as of late and moderating posts. Because once you set those core values, then people will resonate with that. And then they'll also kind of keep other people in line, is something that we find in the group as well. Because people understand when they join that group, this is what it's about. When people watch our videos, they understand that we're not going to be gossiping and
Putting other people down and
all that kind of shit. So they know what our values are and what is in alignment with us. So if we were to do something that's out of that alignment or not within our values, then people would be like, whoa, like this isn't what I signed up for.
yeah, they'd pick up on it very quickly. And like in our group, it's very quickly to spot someone who is not in alignment with our values, because they'll come in and start creating drama or like posting all this weird shit. It's very easy to spot them because most of the other people are on the same page as us.
And that's like one reason why, like, I believe that, we've had success is because from the get-go, it was very kind of clear what we were about with our dietary recommendations, which is very loose and relaxed. One reason why a lot of people resonate with it is because it wasn't super strict. And also just with the way that we come across and how we communicate with others and how other people communicate with each other in the group. Like, that's really important so that you create this community where people can come to expect certain information, and that trickles down to everything that we do. So it's not just within the videos or the group. Like, in terms of our ebooks, it's the same way. It all trickles down to the same thing, and it trickles down to that core set of values and kind of like almost like that mission that you'll have.